Hi guys, just waiting for Marissa to end her live and we'll get started. Thanks, Amy. Hi guys, welcome to Friends Unite Group, Crafty Friends Unite Group. Today is our Mother's Day event. Our host today is Amy, Crafts by Amy. I want to thank her for including me in the group. Up after me will be Christine with I'm Snow Crafty. So let's get started today. It's a Mother's Day event, but I picked blue because I figured, the boys like to give their mothers gifts, so why not? I have a beautiful wreath that I did that's pink, so I went with the blue one today, and we're going to do a grapevine. This is our grapevine. It's a 16-inch. This is the sign that my colors are going to go off of. And this is a bow that I made to go on it. Easy bow maker. Started with 5-inch loops. Alright, so let's get started here. Hi, Christy. Hi, Helene. Alright, we're going to start with the fiscus. This is one whole pick. It has 1, 2, 3 pieces, but we're just going to put it in all as one. I put a top on it to look to see where I wanted it. And again, we're going to go off to the side like this. And we're just going to start filling in, but I'm not breaking any of this off, the first one. Well, hello there, first time watcher. Welcome. Alright, so we're just going to weave that in and let it rest where it wants to. I'm thinking right about there. And that's just what we did with that. Again, my name is Angie from Angie's Seaside Creations. You can follow me on my webpage on Facebook.com. If you see that red live button, you've caught me live. If not, please comment replay in the comments when you do watch. That way Facebook knows that you saw my content. Alright, so we got 2 full, just like that. Now we're just going to start filling in. I cut the other branches off, that one pick. And we're just going to start filling in here in the middle. Hi, Marissa. Yeah, I don't want to talk about tariffs, Marissa, because I'm really scared of what all these products that I use are going to start costing. And I don't want to have to put that to the consumer. I've done a lot of shopping in the last month trying to stock up. I've stocked up all the way to Christmas if I'm lucky. I noticed on Etsy has a new spot now where you can add the tariff. It's like ridiculous. All right, we got this. Again, this is just the big one. And now I'm just going to cut off 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Maybe 3. One, 2, 3. How's it going wherever you guys are at today? Is it warm? I got a little wind going on here at the beach as usual. But it's getting there. All right. One more. 1, 2, 3. Now you take it back and look. Now it's just green right now. But you were looking, where do you think you need it? So I want to go out here this way in the middle just a little bit. That's where my bow's going to go. But you still want to have a little bit coming out. And they do bend, so you can bend them in the shape of your wreath too. All right, so that's our first layer. All right, now we're going in with some eucalyptus. And these are just pieces that came off of a garland. And I'm just going to start gluing them in little spots. It's just going to break up that first color of green. I'm not gluing it to the leaves that I've just put down. I'm gluing it still inside of the grapevine. Oh, I forgot. I want to put these on first. This is another garland. And I'm cutting off the stem. I don't want the stem. Let's get some of these in with where I'm going here. These are just smaller little leaves. So we'll alternate. We'll do eucalyptus and those. Still just all green right now. I wish it, well, I don't wish for humidity, but I wish it was a little warmer. Actually, it's pretty nice out today, so. I don't want the humidity. You can keep that. But we don't have a choice here. In Jersey, it gets pretty doggone humid. This is just another little eucalyptus. It's got a little bit of white on the end. It's all right, because we got some white we're going to work with. Just going to bend that out where we want them. Some bend, some don't. Glue. My trusty little metal poker here. I'll get it down in there if it's not laying where I want it. All right, now this one looks like that. And I'm just going to get those ends together and put my glue on the ends. Go in there with it. And I'm sort of weaving it in between. I'm going to take the other end. This is 3 little garlands that were attached together. And I'm going underneath and just putting it in the grapevine. And then I'm putting those other leaves on the top, which hides the stem. But it gives it that other dimension of greenery. And that's all we're doing so far, is just greenery. I'm just getting it in, because this doesn't have like a wire per se, so you're just gluing it down into that, and it will never show all the mess that I'm making here. Louisiana. I swear, I gotta get to Louisiana. It's my goal. I've been to Tennessee. I've been Pennsylvania, New York, Florida. But Louisiana is definitely on my bucket list. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Get another. I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna feed that one in there. This is gonna be a really full wreath. It would be great for an outside door that does not have a screen door. It would be beautiful over a fireplace. And I guess maybe it would fit in a screen door, but again, this is the 3 that came in a garland that I had just cut up. All right, a little bit more up here. Trim off these. And don't worry if you get some glue on your leaves, because it'll come right off. All right, I think we're about done with that. All right, so that made it look fuller. It's got just the fiscus, the eucalyptus. Now let's move on to some color. We have blue roses. We have white roses. And we have gray roses. And now remember the sign. Gray, white, and blue. Now we're just going to go in. These are good wires. I mean, you could wire it too, but you don't have to, because you're feeding it into that grapevine. And I think I'm going to do a cluster, just like is in the sign. I attached the same greenery right to the rose. Some of the roses had rose leaves, some of it didn't. All right, so there's our first cluster. Now we're going to do the same down at the bottom. glue. Get the gray. It's not the gray, white. Alright, so there's 2 clusters. Now, where's my other white rose? I thought I had another white rose. Oh no. We're going to go in with little white buds. Now some of these I had used before in a wedding that I did. So if you have a rose leaf, you're just taking the bud and you're putting it through the hole. And then you just created your own bud. Now I'm going to take the glue and I'm just going to glue that together. I'll take another, just a piece that I had. And put it right on that stem. Or at least try to. And then, after you get all your little glue cobwebs, you created your own bud. Recycle, reuse. And I'm still getting right down into that grapevine. All right. Now I have 2 more, but I'm going to save them for when I put the bow on because I want to see where I want to go with that. Now this has little white, it's still eucalyptus, and the leaves turn. I'm just going to cut that off a little bit. Don't need all that. Put that around the 2 clusters. On there. And these are just pieces that I have saved over the years and just, I didn't really go out and buy anything special. It's stuff that I've saved for when I've done other events. Alright, what do we got now? Hi, Christine. Christine's up after me, which I have to look at my time. What time do I got till? I always forget. 2:30, is that right? And these are just white little ones that I've had. I'm just going to go in with those around the cluster as well. Actually, like right in between the cluster, I'm going with that white. This is another one. Just a broken off piece of white. But I'm still attaching it right to the wreath itself. And then I'll fiddle with it when I get done the live to where I want it. I've got this little piece here. I'm going to attach this right into those buds. I got a little piece here. One more little piece. We're going to go on the outside of this. And I just attached that to the leaf because it was so little. Now I have some eucalyptus that sticks out. This is a real wiry one. Still focusing around the clusters. I'm going right in the middle of that cluster. One more on this side of the cluster. Same with your bottom. Did it in threes. Always in threes. I'm going to take those leaves right off the bottom of that stem so that stem gets in there better. One more. All right. That's what we got so far. Now this is blue. I got this at Dollar General. They're little beads. Little berry looking things. Still focusing at the cluster. Lost my comments. Where are you at, guys? Comment. Last one I see is Amy that said, yep, 2:30. And all the other ones are gone. Tell you, Dollar General has stepped up their game on floral. Some of it's really pretty. All right. Now I got some of this. It's just a different shade of green. And you notice I'm just focusing basically around each cluster. I'm not really paying attention to where that bow's gonna go. Two more. And this was 5 picks off of one stem. Now I'm going to go in closer to where the bow is, just for a little contrast there. Hot glue and glue, glue, glue. And this is no special kind of Gorilla Glue or anything. It's just glue sticks. And cobwebs. But I'll get them all off. Alright, now I have a few things left over here, but I'm going to wait till I put in my bow. Let's get the sign first. Now this was the sign that it was all inspired from. Got the doohickey attachments. They're super glued to the back with just little ties. And you just got to feed that. If you can, try to feed it through one of the solid, the heavier grapevine. But if you can't, don't freak out about it. Just get it in there and make sure you secure it pretty tight. And I went with brown because the grapevine is brown. You don't want to put like a neon blue pipe cleaner. Not that it shows, because it is the back. to extend that a little bit because it's too short. I'm going to take that one out. Maybe it won't. I'll just pull it and make it longer where I need it. I'll show you in a second. And I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue right around that pipe cleaner. It just gives it a little bit more. Yeah, you're not going nowhere. Oh, you sucker. You sucker. See, this is what happens when you don't glue these onto your sign for 24 hours. Try to do that. I'll fix that later, but you guys are going to get the idea of that, right? So we'll just pretend that I hooked it. Okay? And then I will fix that when I'm done the live. I use these 6,000, but you gotta let it cure and not pull on it like a crazy person like I did. All right, so then here's our bow. Let me get that sign out of the way for a minute. Our bow's going right. In there. In that skinny little part where you did not put a lot of flowers. Now this one will go around. On this, I'm going to get off while I still can. So much for the hot glue that I had put there. But I will clean that up even better because I just take my heat gun and remove that glue. And you'll never know it was there. Because I'll have to fix the sign. But that's okay. That's why we're live. That's why things happen. Hi, Wendy. All right, so now we're going to pretend the sign's there. And it's going to look like that. And that's how that started out, as the grapevine. Just a plain old grapevine. Let's see if I get a little... That'll be the sign. There's the bow. Let me hang it on the door. And I'll show you what it would look like. Take my other beauty down. I'm so proud of that magnolia one I did. I don't know if anybody saw that one. Oh, it's so pretty. But I'm a magnolia person. Oh. All right. Give me a second. So I know our time's almost up. Alright, so that's what it would look like on the door, and that's where the sign will be. It's pretty purty. I like it. And this is I gotta show you this because I'm so proud of it. This is the magnolia one that I did. Oh, that thing is stunning. So if anybody wants this wreath, it's $55 plus shipping, which is about $12. So I want to thank Amy today. I'll get you back over here. I want to thank Amy today for having me, and thank Crafty Friends Unite. If you're not a part of our group, then please become a part of our group. Got a lot of cool people here. A lot of neat crafts that they do. Up after me is Christine from I'm Snow Crafty. And you guys will have a great day and happy crafting. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.